Hey, how's it going today, guys? My name is Brian. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me if you're new. In today's video, I want to go over 3 really important things for you to do as a new Amazon FBA seller and before launching your next product. These 3 things are crucial that you take care of and check for before you launch your product to ensure you don't lose any money. So I'm going to jump into my computer and show you what 3 things I'm talking about. So the 3 things that are absolutely so important that you guys check for before launching your product and investing your hard-earned money into are restricted and gated products, seasonal products, and products that may have a patent or trademark on them. So first, let's start with restricted products. So to check for if your product is a restricted product, we're going to go to an Amazon.com homepage. We're going to type in a product we're looking at. So in this case, it's hair dryer holder. And we're going to pull up page 1 here. So here's all the organic listing spots. And what we want to do, let's say we're interested in doing something like this. This one's sponsored. We want to click on this listing and we want to get the ASIN. So the ASIN is the unique seller ID that Amazon gives to all products sold on its website. So we're going to grab the ASIN. The ASIN is located in 2 different spots. It's up here in the web address, this B number here, and it's also down here below this graph, and this is the Helium 10 extension. This is the Helium 10 free account. You can sign up for this and it'll load this graph here for you and some really useful information for determining if your product for FBA is worth investing into or not. And also this graph is how we'll check for seasonal products as well. So we're going to grab the ASIN here. It's either up in the web address or right here below the graph, and we're going to head on over into your Amazon Seller Central account. Now if you haven't created an Amazon Seller Central account yet, maybe you haven't decided on a product and you're holding off on doing that, you won't be able to do this step. But what you could do instead is go to google.com, type in Amazon restricted categories or Amazon restricted products list, and go through there and kind of see if your product is restricted or not. Some examples of some products that are restricted or anything that contains like lithium batteries, anything that can catch fire or explode. A lot of electronics are restricted and gated. We're not allowed to sell. And then also food products in health and household. There's quite a few different products, anything a person can ingest, supplements, pills, powders, those are all going to be restricted. So in our Amazon Seller Central account, we go to catalog, add products, then we're going to paste the ASIN right here and list a new product, search for the product there, and we're going to click on listing limitations apply. Now if a yellow sell yours button comes up in new condition, you're good to go to sell this product. But to be 100% certain, there's a couple other things we could do if you're on the fence whether this product you're allowed to sell this product or not. You can create a dummy listing, and a dummy listing is where you actually create a listing with one picture, a title, some bullet points, and you put it in here like you're selling it. And if Amazon doesn't take it down between 5 and 7 days later, it's still up there listed for sale, then you're good to go. You can also call the Amazon Seller Central support phone number and ask them, and they usually will tell you if you're allowed to sell that specific product or not. So in this case, it says new condition, we're allowed to sell it. And if we go back just to make sure, try a couple ASINs, run a couple ASIN numbers through here of different brands just to make sure that there's no restrictions on your product. And if you guys are getting value out of this video, I would really appreciate if you guys could take a minute to hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up on this video, and leave me a comment letting me know if you need help in your Amazon FBA business. I'm right here. You could private message me on Facebook as well, but leave me a comment and tell me where you guys are at with your Amazon FBA business. I'd be interested to hear whether you found a product or you haven't found a product or you're not sure what to do next. I really appreciate it. So we're going to grab the ASIN, like I said, it's up here in the web address or down below that graph. Copy that, and we're going to go back in and we're going to list a new product. Paste here, search. All right, and then listing limitations apply. So new condition, you need approval to list this brand. So request approval. If it said request approval up here in new condition, it could just mean that this brand M Design is brand registered or trademarked. So a lot of times that will come up. This seller has been selling for a while and he's taken the time to do Amazon's brand registry. So they've registered their brand. So that's not a problem though. This product I don't think anybody can get injured by. It's a pretty simple product, so I don't see any reason why this would be restricted, but that's how you check for restricted products. So next, I want to show you how to check for seasonality. So an example of a seasonal product would be like baby pop-up tent for the beach, because obviously people in the United States, if you're selling on the Amazon USA Marketplace, which I always suggest is the best marketplace to get into, the Marketplace USA Amazon. And then what we want to do is click on one one here that has high reviews. So over about 200 reviews ideally, because they've been selling the longest. So we'll click on like this one here, and then we're going to go down with that free Helium 10 account you can sign up for, or you can pick up the Helium 10 software with the link down below. I have a coupon that takes it from like $97 for Helium 10 down to about $45, and Helium 10 comes with a lot of different tools you can use as part of your membership. So right now I'm really liking Helium 10. You get a lot of tools and software for your money, and you only really need it for the first month when we launch your product. You'll use all the tools here for your product launch, your listing, keywords, optimizing your PPC campaign. So go ahead and pick up Helium 10 with my coupon if you haven't already got it. It's really worth it. And so what I wanted to show you here is we're going to check for seasonality. So how we do that, okay, is we're going to come down to the graph below the picture here of the product, whatever product you're potentially looking to invest in and go into. Then we're going to click all time, and then we want to pay attention to this pink line here. And what we want to see is we want to see this pink line at the very bottom for months and months and months and months and months. So that pink line consistently at the bottom, close to zero for many, many months. So what we can see here is this product goes up, way up above 40,000 or 400,000 sales rank. And so BSR or sales rank, the closer to zero, the better the product sells, the more money it makes on average per day. So we want a BSR or a sales rank closer to zero, the better. Ideally, we want your product's category or niche to have an average BSR of about 50,000 or less. So right here we can see, do you see right here in January, October, November, December, January, this sales rank goes above almost to 200,000 right here, 200,000. And so it's not 50,000 or less. So this product basically almost stops selling in those months. So this would be considered a seasonal product because the sales rank goes so high in October, November, December, and January. We would want to stay away from this product because it's seasonal. Now, I will make a note that you can invest into seasonal products as long as you plan those out ahead, like about 3 months in advance, and have your inventory into the Amazon warehouse before the season starts, whether that's spring or summer, or spring and summer, or just winter, or it's like a Halloween item. You'd want your product into the Amazon warehouse before that season hits. Okay, so we've covered how to check if you're allowed to sell that product with restrictions. We've covered how to check for seasonality with this Helium 10 tool, the graph that will automatically load when you get a Helium 10 account signed up. And then the last thing I want to show you is a website, or excuse me, a web address that's called patents.google.com, and this is where we're going to search to make sure our product does not have a patent on it. So an example of a patented product, and I'm just going to type it in here, is neck hammock. And some Amazon sellers, new sellers that aren't so comfortable with going through this right here, actually pay somebody on Fiverr to do this patent search for them. I actually spend the time and just look through here and do the research myself. It's very wordy and a lot of legal terms, but spend some time here. Basically, if you don't see an illustration or a drawing here of the product you're thinking about going into, there's a good chance if you don't see it here and you read through these paragraphs, there's no drawing, there's no paragraph describing the product you're looking at going into, then there's a good chance there's no patent. But that's how you check for patents, is go through here and read these and make sure it's not describing your product that you're thinking of investing into. Because one thing I do want to point out is, even though the product may be restricted and patented, Amazon will still let you import that product from China, get all your units into the Amazon warehouse, and then you'll get an email a month or two later saying you're infringing on a patent, you have to take your listing down, or you're not allowed to sell this product, and Amazon shuts you down. So that's what we want to avoid at all costs, because you lose all your money, hard-earned money you invested into for your first FBA product. So I'm going to ask you to do one last thing before you click off. Please hit the subscribe button, like the video, and leave me a comment. It really does help the YouTube algorithm, and I'll continue posting new videos just about every other day from here on out. So stay with me, and thank you everyone for your support.